She is also part of our nonprofit organization, Urban CEO, who y'all see the banners and stuff like that, who has done some great sponsorship of this event as well. So let's give it up for none other than speaker coach, superstar extraordinaire, Kandie Martin! The mic on? All right. Woo! Hey! All right, I was gonna dance up here, but then, I had to remember I was old. So, how y'all doing? Have y'all enjoyed yourself so far? When I tell you I have been learning some stuff today, I wish I had about 4 books, because everything go in a different book for me. So I need a whole bunch of books. But give it up for yourselves for actually showing up today. And as always, I appreciate my sister, Vision Avant, for kicking my butt and putting me in front of people. So y'all already know I'm nervous, so, pray for me. But anyway, we're going to talk, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, okay? So I want to introduce y'all to Kimberly E. Okay? Y'all want to know who is Kimberly E? I am Kimberly E. So Kimberly E did everything. That's what the E stood for. E stood for everything. Now my mama tell you it stood for Yvette. However, it stood for everything. Now how many of you own your own businesses already? All right. How many of you are doing everything for your business right now? So, the queen of everything, you know what I'm saying? The king of everything. That's what we are when we first start in entrepreneurships. We're doing everything ourselves because we're starting from scratch. So, you already heard a little bit about what I'm going to talk to you about. But I'm going to talk to you now as Kandie. That's why the E is so important, because I used to do everything. Also, it is my middle name. So that's why I always tell y'all I am Kandie with an E, because the E stands for everything, because we all can do everything, right? But I want to teach y'all how to sit as an entrepreneur, okay? Because as an entrepreneur, we should not be doing everything for our business. We should only be doing what we are great at. If you are the king of photography, you shouldn't be the person doing the photography and the videos and all of that. Even though your business might need to have all of those things as part of what you do. Okay? So, Kandie Enterprises, that's me. Hey, Kandie with an E, okay? So Kandie Enterprises does everything. Social media marketing, email marketing, text message marketing, putting people in front of people. So we even have our own TV network. Ooh, y'all. So with all of those things we do, I can't do it all. Well, I can. But what does that mean? That means that something is going to fall by the wayside. As business owners, we want to always show up and show out. We want our clients to be coming back talking about, oh my God, they did whatever it is that you do, okay? Because you already know we always need people to come back and tell them testimonies about what you do, so you can show everybody else that your business is what? Showing up and showing out. So what is SIT? SIT stands for strategic partnerships, interns, tools. Those are the things that you need to think about as a business owner to make sure that your business is doing what? Showing up and showing out at all times. Which means that you can't do everything yourself. Your business can do everything, but you should not be doing it all. So let's talk about the first thing, because even though I tell you it's SIT, it's only because it sounds better in that order. The order I like doing it in is completely different. Okay? So let's talk about tools. What tools do you need as a business owner to make your business run? Those are the things that you need to do in your business, because you know, everybody's business is different. Now, some people's businesses are the same. However, it's still one thing that's gonna always be different. You. Okay? So what tools do you need as a business owner to make your business show up and show out? Now, everybody in here been to Krispy Kreme, right? You know Krispy Kreme the devil, right? That red light come on every time I get ready to ride by them. They the devil, okay. But anyway, if you go to the Krispy Kreme on Highway 85 in Riverdale, yeah, that's the one. Because the light, I'm telling you, the light and the Krispy Kreme light, I'm talking about the red light and the Krispy Kreme light, they in cahoots. Because that red light gonna stop. And that red light on that Krispy Kreme gonna come on, all at the same time. And it just so happened to be at the intersection, so you ain't gotta do it but turn. Yeah, the devil. So anyway, if you go to that Krispy Kreme, they have a tool that makes you wanna do what? Buy more donuts. They have a conveyor belt that everybody can see. And them donuts coming out, fresh, hot, glazed. You don't want no other donut from Krispy Kreme except for the glazed one anyway, right? So that's a tool that they invested in as a company to make them show up and show out. What tool do you need in your company? Now, so for me, I do social media. So of course, you know, you got Hootsuite, all them people out there. Well, you know, that's cool if you're doing it yourself. I have over 80 clients. If I was doing something like that, child, I'd never go to sleep. So I had to invest in a tool. So I have my own tool that I use that you can't use unless you're part of Kandie Enterprises. So you have to find that tool that you need. So one of the things I teach my clients is how to do what? Look for tools that help your business function properly. Okay? Because it's all about your business functioning properly. Okay? So we also go out and look for white label companies. So a lot of you guys don't know anything about that, but white label companies are companies that are already out there doing things. You can actually pay them to set the system up. And that has your name on it. Okay? A whole bunch of stuff that you didn't have to do in the background. Might have to pay a little couple of coins, you know, to get it. House and up. Now you have the tool that your company needs to show up and show out. Make sense? All right, so the second thing that we're gonna talk about is interns. So, you know, whether I say sit, tis, whichever one, the I is always in the middle. So, interns. Interns are great because that's an employee that you do not have to have forever. Because some of us are not in the position to afford to pay someone a salary every year. Because think about it, who out here actually still has a regular job? Okay? Now if you have a regular job, you already know you make $40,000, whatever it is that you make a year, right? Can your business afford to pay that salary out? That was a real question. So if you know that your business is not in a position to do that, that's where these nice little interns come in. Now there's a couple of different types of interns. You got the free interns that you know, you got them for 6 months, you know, hey, we're gonna teach you some stuff. You got the paid interns. Now the paid interns is 2 sections. You got the paid interns where you come out of your pocket from your company to do it. But you also have schools out here. Now, everybody loves New York, right? New York education system has an internship program where they pay $15 an hour. They come to your company and work for you. Your company don't have to pay. Okay? So, what they said over here, I'm supposed to teach you how to do what? Didn't we just cut the cost? Okay? Now, them tools, I know y'all like, well, that tool didn't cut no cost. Yes, it did. Because that's something that you don't have to pay every month. You know how we all out here paying a monthly fee for whatever it is. If you lose a paneling leave, Hootsuite, all of them different places, you paying a monthly fee. The more stuff you have to do, the more you have to pay. So we're gonna cut costs to save money and do what? Show up and show out. So you're gonna get them interns out and teach them how to use that tool that you just purchased in order for you to do what? Sit. Okay? Because you as a business owner are not supposed to be doing what? I don't think I heard that. You as a business owner are not supposed to be doing what? Everything. That part right there. Even if your name is Kandie with an E. Okay? Now, Taria know I'm short, so she already know that this wasn't going to take no long period of time. But I'm trying, okay? Because she know I'm straight to the point. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is what? That is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. The two people that was up here before me touched on it a little bit, but we're going to go into it a little bit further. Okay? Because we got people that are the queens of everything. Because you know, who put on this show? There you go. Okay? So, we got the queen of finance right here. We got queen of coaching back there that started us out and showed out. We got the queen over here that I'm going to really have to talk to about, you know, that, yeah, because I got to get to these thighs. Yeah, we'll talk to you later. But we got a lot of queens out here. We ain't even talk about you because, girl, we're going to have a conversation. Because she doing it, okay? Because I'm trying to figure that one out. But, yeah. So, anyway, so we got these queens and kings that are the best at what they do. Did you hear what I just said? They are the best at what they do. But guess what? They do something that your business needs or your business is already doing. What did I tell you we did? Social media, email, text messaging. I ain't doing all that, nor do I care to. Everybody in this room that actually know me know that what time do I get up every morning? That is 4 o'clock in the morning. But that's just because I've been doing it forever. When I worked, you know, in my past life in IT, when I worked for other people, I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So why wouldn't I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for my, okay? So everything that you do for other people, you definitely need to do for yourself and your business. And you know, if you write it down, make sure I do this, I need to do this for my business. Okay? So if you are getting up every morning and fighting Atlanta traffic, you know, I don't care if you actually live 20 minutes from your job, it's gonna take you an hour and a half to get there. You got up early in order for you to be on time. So you need to be on time for yourself. Okay? While you got all those people that had their own jobs, that still working for other people, have you already started your business? Are you treating your business like a business and not a side chick? Let me say that again. Are you treating your business like a business or like a side chick? So before I go into strategic partnerships, I'm going to give you a story. by how I used to treat my business, like a side chick. I worked in a Fortune 500 company, made 6 figures. Oh well, did that, been there, got the t-shirt. Went all over the country for them, talking about how to do what? Disaster recovery, because I was in IT, that's what I do. I teach you how to build it back once a pandemic or whatever happens. That was my job. But I was out here doing events because, you know, that's what I did events. My girl Sunshine Anderson back there, she was one of the people. That's how they got to know who Kandie was, because of her. She don't even know that though, okay? But again, I was treating my business like a side chick. Cool, thank you Jesus, hallelujah. So anyway, so I actually ended up losing my Fortune 500 job. Now I got a whole business that I've been treating like a side trick that I need to get together. Right after that happened, I sat down, I put my systems together. Did she say, do your systems? I've got my systems together. Now all of this while I'm what? Completely broke, okay? When I got finished putting them systems together, I started running. In 3 months, I had made 5 figures. That 3rd month, that's when what happened? Did my business fail? You wanna know why y'all know it didn't fail? Because I'm standing right here. At the end of the day, I had to put my systems in place. I had to get my interns in place, and I had to get my strategic partnerships. I got a strategic partnership with this little lady right here. Because guess what? She do what? She got all the words. I need somebody that got all the words because I ain't got them all the time. Okay? So, before I get off of this stage, I want you guys to remember, I am who? Kandie with an E. Because we don't do everything. Okay? And we as business owners, we are going to sit down and be happy about what we have actually put in place and actually prospering off of. Thank you guys. Again, I am Kandie with an E. I own Kandie Enterprises. I help small and medium-sized businesses with their social media. Hey, we out here, baby.